Hey guys, Cam here. Welcome to part 1 of my manga collection video. A few things to note before we dive in. I have read about 60% of my collection, so I still have a lot to catch up on. These shelves are custom made, so I will be making a separate video just to show you guys how we put them together. And lastly but not least, I'll probably say that 40% of my collection has been bought secondhand. So eBay, Facebook Marketplace and Gumtree here in Australia have been great for me. I've been very lucky to find a lot of good deals on those sites. So yeah, I guess without further ado, let's just dive straight in. Let's go. Alright, let's kick things off with Barefoot Gen. These are all hardcover collections, 10 volumes complete. This was written by Keiji Nakazawa, a Hiroshima bombing survivor. So this manga is loosely based on his experience as a obviously survivor. I read it a long time ago. I enjoyed it enough to keep it, but to be honest, it's obviously a bit of its time. And I've got another video in my channel if you want to check out some of the hardcovers. So go check that video out. Quickly move on to Erased. This is probably one of the first hardcovers I ever bought. I read it a long time ago. I think it's probably due another reread, so I enjoyed it enough to keep it again. Now here comes probably a very unpopular opinion of many that you might hear in my videos, but I'm not a big Junji Ito fan. I have given a few of his manga a go. I'll probably read maybe 2. I've read Uzumaki and Tomei, and they were okay. I don't know, it's probably just me, to be honest. I sort of kept the other volumes here just to give them another go. It's maybe as I get older I might enjoy them a little bit better. We'll move on to Saying Young Men. This series is ongoing. Do have the first 10 volumes. I believe this is up to date. The premise of this sounded hilarious to me, so yeah, I'm hoping to finish the series so I can dive in. Next up we've got Vinland Saga. I'm pretty sure everyone's already heard about Vinland Saga. I've got 14 volumes out of this. I believe it's almost finished, I'm not too sure, but I think there's one more volume to come in the hardcover I guess style. So yeah, hoping to add that to my collection to finally have Vinland Saga ready to read. Message to Adolf. I remember reading this one a long time ago. Again, probably another one that I don't recall being extremely excited about, but I think I've kept it mainly because it seems to be sort of out of print or in and out of print very often, so I'll probably keep that one. Akira Toriyama's Manga Theater. To be honest, this was probably a bit more of an impulse buy. Akira Toriyama, obviously Dragon Ball. I've read probably about half of it, and then I just decided to read other stuff. Really good. I think all of those short stories are very Dragon Ball-esque, but kept it in my collection because it's Akira Toriyama, right? So next up we have Osamu Tezuka's Ayako. I have not read this, but I heard it was probably one of his better ones. That's all I know. Old Boy, it's complete at 8 volumes. Definitely enjoyed the movie a lot more. I do have a video up on my profile or channel on this one, so if you want to go check it out. Then we have I Am a Hero complete at 11 volumes. This was awesome. I really enjoyed this series. To be honest, I think I've thought about rereading it quite a few times, but I've got a lot more to read, so I know I'll eventually get back to it, but I really enjoyed it. I've never been a massive zombie fan, but this caught me off guard and is very different to any other zombie stuff, so yeah, definitely check this one out. Then we move on to Gantz. I bought these at retail price, all of them, so, and I have not read any of them. I've definitely have read a lot of Hiroya Oku's stuff and really enjoyed it, so I'm hoping that this one lives up to the expectation, definitely after being bought at retail price. We move down to Elfen Lied, I believe it's pronounced, or Elfen Lied, or whatever it is. Another one that I haven't read, but I've heard really good things about. I got it off one of my mates, I think, and he liked it, so yep, I'll eventually get to it. Another series that I was very lucky to find almost complete was the Kurosaki Corp's Delivery Service. The only downside about this series is that it's been on hiatus for a long time, and I don't even know if we're ever going to see the end of it. Next one up is Sankoria. I do have a video up on this one, really enjoyed it, so yeah, go check out that video if you want a little bit more my thoughts on it. Twin Speaker, I had a big list of mangas that I knew that were out of print that I wanted to get my hands on. One of them was Twin Speaker, so as soon as I found it on eBay, I contacted my mate that was selling it, and yeah, he gave me a really good price for an out of print manga. I have not read it yet, but I've definitely heard good things about it. My name is Shingo. I don't really know much about this one, to be honest. Another impulse buy, mainly because it was by the author that did The Drifting Classroom. So yeah, I might read a couple of these volumes before I continue to buy. I think it's maybe another couple of hardcovers. They're pretty pricey as well, so I might read some before I continue buying. Next one up, we have Mushishi. I've got a video again on this one if you want to go check out my thoughts on it. Very excited to have it. Another series that's complete here. We've got Fist of the North Star at 18 volumes complete. I found the first few volumes fairly cheap, and I committed to buy it thinking that it was going to be 14 volumes long. I was mistaken, but here we are. I guess full set. I've not read it yet, so let's hope it's good. Next one up, and this one's going to use a lot of space. It's going to be my almost up-to-date collection of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Another series that I was lucky enough to find at a really good price. I believe I got maybe half of what I got now for maybe $10 a volume, and I have stopped at Steel Ball Run part, mainly because yeah, there's a lot more to come, and they're getting very expensive. So you know, let's read some before I commit to buy the rest of them. We go down to Death Note. What else can I say about Death Note that hasn't been said already? Probably one of my favorite manga. I think probably the manga that started it all for me, and I'll definitely recommend you check it out if you haven't read manga or you want to dive into it. Next one up we have is Vagabond complete set, another sort of another manga that is on hiatus. Unfortunately, Takehiko Inoue has probably added a few manga to his list that have not been finished. But this one was great. I really liked the story. It was such a shame that it finishes on a bit of a cliffhanger, obviously. And probably another unpopular opinion is that I enjoyed this a lot more than Blade of the Immortal. So yep, quickly move on. Next one up is we have a few Taiyo Matsumoto volumes here. So we go Go-Go Monster. I've got a video on this one as well. Paid a lot of money for it, just to find out later that it was getting reprinted for like half the price. So yay for me. Sunny, I read this a long time ago. Taiyo Matsumoto, can't go wrong. If you want slice of life with very well written characters, then look no further than Taiyo Matsumoto, to be honest. Next one up is Tokyo These Days. I think this was probably his latest work. I enjoyed it probably as much as any of the other ones. There's no action in there, but there's just so much. The characters are so well written that it obviously makes you want to read more. Next one up caught me by surprise, to be honest. I bought this one. I just went out on a limb and I found a full set on eBay, and I think I found out later that it was obviously fan service. Now you might say, how come you didn't realize that it wasn't fan service after looking at all this? To be honest, I had heard of the title, I just didn't know anything else about it. I'm not a big fan service type of guy, so again, I bought it and I was like, oh man, I paid a lot of money for this, let's hope I like it. So I kind of went in hating it, but I really enjoyed it. I really liked the humor in it, and I guess as the story goes on, I learned to look beyond that fan service stuff and just enjoy the silliness behind it. So definitely recommend Prison School. But again, fair warning that, yep, there is a bit of fan service there. Next one up, I guess a bit of a small cat collection. I've got the Walking Cat. This is just about a cat that is surviving through a zombie apocalypse. It's okay, nothing that will blow your mind, but there's a couple of I think there are a few shots where you see the cat's balls right on your face, so I thought that was pretty funny. Another one, I guess cat themed, is gonna be A Man and His Cat. I was trying to use this manga as a gateway for my partner to get into manga. She enjoyed it, but yeah, she's not much of a reader, so She enjoyed it, but yeah, she kind of dropped it maybe about halfway, just because that's all we had up to date. I haven't read it myself, so yep, I guess I'll eventually will. Next one up is Orb on the Movements of the Earth, complete at 8 volumes. I guess these 2-in-1 volumes, so 4. Not read it yet, but I've heard really good things about it. Next one up is All You Need Is Kill and Dream Fossil. All You Need Is Kill, I'm pretty sure you've heard about it. Every time you Google, I guess, a single volume manga, this will come up. It's a good read, it's a solid read. There's just, I guess, nothing really else to say about it. Dream Fossil, I do own a few of these complete stories, not just by Satoshi Kon, but a few other mangaka, and they seem to have like a 50% hit ratio, hit and miss. 50% of the stories are good, and the other 50 are pretty forgettable. So yeah, I'll probably say that Dream Fossil is another one. I'll probably say add it to your collection if you're a big Satoshi Kon fan, like I am. Next one's up, we have the deluxe covers for Berserk. I'm pretty sure you've already seen it. You've heard about Berserk, so there's probably not much else I can tell you about it. I have not read it myself, so I can't really give you my thoughts on it, mainly because I think I know how good it is, or at least I hope I know how good it will be. So I'm trying to read from my other manga that I'm unsure about if I want to keep or not. Next one up, we've got Trigun. This is complete as 5 volumes. I do have a video on my channel on this one too if you want to go check it out. But yep, another series that it looks cool on my shelf, but I have not read a single volume yet. And now we've got the last few here. So we've got Tekken Kincrete, again by Taiyo Matsumoto. Probably one of the first manga I ever read by him, alongside Ping Pong on the right. Really good. The characters are awesome again. Coming of age story with a bit of fantasy in there. It's just good. I think his stuff is very well written. Dementia 21 by Keigo. I've got a video up on my channel on this one if you want to go check it out and get my thoughts on it. I really enjoyed it. Nijigahara Holograph, I read it a long time ago. I'm pretty sure I've read it maybe 2 to 3 times. It's a very quick read if you want to go, if you want to find it yourself. It was good, but yeah, nothing mind-blowing again. And then lastly but not least is Ping Pong. I really enjoyed this manga. Taiyo Matsumoto, I've said it a million times before, but yeah, he writes really good characters with a lot of depth and a lot of heart. So his stuff is something I always recommend to anyone that wants to get into manga as well. That's probably maybe a little bit older. So yeah, if you haven't heard any of these titles, yeah, hopefully there's some new ones that you get to add to your collection. But yeah, for now, stay tuned for my part 2. Thank you guys.